What is up, everybody? This is Mycophile Sage checking in here today for the last State of the Grow video of 2022. And boy, what a year it's been. So I hope you guys all had a great year. I hope you guys are ready to get into 2023 and move forward. So before we begin the video, I just wanted to tell you guys, I got my Patreon up, patreon.com/mycophilia. You get free fruiting videos there. If you sign up for the second and third tiers, then you'll get those videos a week early and some other additional perks. And also affiliates also in the description. I do mentorship as well if you guys like a guide. If you like me to guide you and help you out, I do mentorships, paid mentorships. Somebody thought it was free. They're not free, all right? So with that out of the way, let's get into this video. Anyways, so there's lots of things to talk about. First of all, fan favorites, the sclerotia jars are doing fantastic, just producing more and more sclerotia. I'm going to be harvesting this one. Again, if you guys remember in the video that I last posted on the harvesting of the truffle shoebox, this is the same genetics, inoculated at the same time from the same plate as that. The only difference is with that one, I spawned it to bulk immediately after full colonization, and then the truffle production started within the tub. Whereas this guy has been stayed in vitro, and so it was inoculated October 31st. Or 21st, oh yeah, 31st. Halloween, these are Halloween babies. And so we go over here and then we go into the big pile of disappointment, which is basically flash prepped grains. So if you guys remember, during this fall season, I picked up flash prepping grains and I've been trying it out for a while. And for some reason, the colonization has just slowed down tremendously. And I looked at all the other factors, temperature, maybe it's because it's winter, but it's not that cold. It shouldn't be this slow. And I thought about, okay, I changed my batch of grains, so maybe it's because there's some fungicide on there, even though it's organic. But then, so I picked up another bag of grains, right? Because thinking that was the issue, and I'm having the same problems as well. And I realized recently, I was like, wait, the only common denominator with my slow colonization issue is since I picked up flash prepping. Now this here, I brought this. This is a uninoculated jar. And I brought this because I have recently started going back to the classic old soak and boil method. 24-hour soak and then a 10-minute boil and then cool it down for 40 or 45 minutes and then pack it into the jars and then PC it. And that's the traditional method that I've been using for like my whole career, myco career. And well, it's never let me down, you know. With an agar wedge, I could get full colonization in 2 weeks. If I'm using really clean spores and I'm being liberal with it, I could get full colonization in 10 days easily. So, and you know, look at the difference here, guys, with like here, right? So this is actually from the same batch of grains, Starry Nights, inoculated on the 18th. As you can see, it's colonizing very, very slowly. It's been shaken once like a week ago, and it's just, you know, it's just very, very slow. Ridiculously slow. All of them are like that. Some of these guys are from November. Some of these guys are from the 2nd of December, and they're nowhere near fully colonized. So actually, by the way, I'm going to do an experiment where I'm going to actually take sterile water in a syringe or something, and I'm going to put a bunch of water in here and then shake it up, and then maybe we'll get some better growth. So let me know if you guys will be interested in seeing that progress. So anyways, here's the new grains, right? Made using the traditional method, and I want you guys to compare. Okay, look at this. Look at how plump these grains are. Sure, there's some broken burst grains, but I've never really had, you know, it's never been like a deal breaker or anything like that. It never really bothered me. But as you can see, they're very plump, and this is only one dry cup of grains hydrated. This is more than 1 cup of dry grains hydrated. With look at how much drier this looks compared to this. So this is actually like a cup and a half of dry grains. All of these guys are like a cup and a half. This is probably more than a cup and a half. Okay, this is actually a different batch of grains, but flash prep. This is a cup and a half of rye. This is a cup of rye with the soak and boil method. This is a cup and a half with just flash prep. And look at how different it is. So I think it's really just the dryness. That's the issue. This guy's having the best growth, but this guy's been colonizing for over a month now. Over a month, can you believe it? It's been shaken like 2 times at least, you know, just to try to speed it up. Usually I don't go any more than 2 shakes, right? Ever. But with these guys, it's the first time I'm going 3 shakes because it's just taking forever. And you know, I've been seriously considering just dumping them, but as a last ditch effort, I think I'm gonna try shooting some steel rod water in there and mixing it up, and maybe we'll have some better results. So that's the grain world that's happening. And over here we have some fresh new poo cakes. You know, the first poo cakes I actually sort of messed up the recipe, and I used a little too little manure. So here this is almost double the amount of manure. So as you can see, it's a lot darker. So yeah, yesterday I inoculated these guys with agar slurry. I filmed it. I filmed the process of making the agar slurry. So hopefully in the future we will have a video on that in the SAB, another SAB video for those who like that kind of thing. And also obviously made a bunch of plates yesterday. And over here, as you can notice, we have a monotub and we have a shoebox. And these guys are steel magnolias that hopefully I'm trying to get going for the grow along, but I don't have much high hopes for these guys. I'm pretty sure these guys are bacterial. The spawn was bacterial, so you know, from the get-go, I don't have high hopes. But I thought I'd show you guys anyways. You know, I don't want to get my hopes up with these guys, even though of course, obviously I really want some fruits. I really want to see some cool steel mag fruits, but well, you can't force these things. So yeah, that's the shoebox. This guy's got a top layer. They've actually both got a top layer. So that's why it doesn't look as colonized as they really are. But this guy looks pretty colonized. It is pretty much fully colonized, as you can see. So they are looking pretty decent. I'm just hoping I don't get like, you know, I'm just keeping an eye out for the old trikey mate. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on here, guys. So I hope you guys are gonna have a good, happy new year. And well, I guess that's all. Mycophile Sage, checking out.